affiliate craze, live casino and eSports.
Good afternoon, guys. Thank you very much for joining the session. And I think it's going to be an interesting one. It's a question, it's a proposition that I think needs to be explored a little bit further than what just the title is. And I think we've got some great insights from the different panelists sitting here. What I'm going to ask them to do is introduce themselves and give you an idea of what their experience is in the iGaming field and from their role in the companies that they represent. Can we start with you, Andre?
Yeah. Hi. Andre Godin. I'm head of acquisition in B2 Tech in the industry for more than 10 years already, doing user acquisition. Right now, we are acquiring partners in more than 20 countries across Africa.
Wow. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in charge of FTDs basically.
Fantastic. Hey, Katrina.
Hello, everyone. Katerina. Can you hear me well? Yeah.
Just the volume a
So
little bit.
basically, I'm coming from the company called Pandascore. We work on esports feeds specifically, and I'm based in Malta. The company is French, and we're working worldwide. Myself, currently, I'm covering African region and Malta and Cyprus.
Hi everyone, my name is Kwesi Hayford. I'm president for eSports Association Ghana and then also chairman for the technical committee for eSports Federation Africa. And I'm here to explain and to interact with how grassroots eSports is being developed in Africa. Thank you.
Awesome. Hi, my name is Martin Sack. I work for Brainstorm Online. I've been in this industry 25 years, globally, South Africa and Africa recently. So, yeah.
Thank you, Martin. So we've got the question about the affiliate market being driven by live casino and esport. What I'm going to ask Kwesi to do is start us off by just explaining a little bit about the growth of esport and how that has progressed.
Over the penetration of internet across Africa is really what is driving esports. But we will also say that without internet, esports has existed within communities within Africa without those who don't have internet. So it has been LAN tournaments being played. That said, a lot more of the young people go to gaming centers to play games, not having internet. But with the coming of internet, 4G, 5G, especially South Africa has their own esports ecosystem blowing, and the North also have their own esports ecosystem blowing. But what has really exponentially propelled a lot of events is within the Western and the Eastern space, where we're finding out that a lot more people are playing games online. So we are crying for servers being played. And also, the development has also reached to the point whereby there is a new federation where it has 47 countries as members. And last year in Morocco, there was a tournament, an Africa-wide tournament that brought about 17 countries. So that being said, there is a gradual push, which is a collective push to have Africa recognized on the continent of esports.
That's significant numbers that you're talking about.
Definitely.
So, Katrina, let me talk to you about Panda Sports involvement and how your company serves into that market with live casino and then esports.
So what we noticed, esports and sports is very different, right? So whenever you have traditional sports, traditional operators, there is no rules changing in football for the last, I don't know how many years. The last rule changed, maybe VAR appeared. That's it. In esports, the new update comes up, new game comes up, new rule comes up. It can come, I don't know, in a month's time even. So you have to be up to date. You have to be up to speed. You have to know what's happening. So we provide that expertise, the right people, in order to to be able to know how to actually generate the right odds and the right feed. So we are the link between the operators and the esports itself, and we help operators to make money from the esports games.
Understand that very well. And what I want to us to examine, and I think I'm going to go to you, Andre. I'm going to ask you then, as for the affiliates, does it drive affiliate traffic? I understand the growth of live casino and esports at this moment, but does that drive affiliate behavior?
So live casino and esports was never a high demand for us, and it is not a high demand at this moment. I cannot recall a situation where.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I cannot recall a situation where affiliate came to me asking for a live casino esports landing page banner or special offer on the website. Just never happened. Majority of traffic is still generated via the traditional sports betting. We are very much sports betting oriented company. There is obviously an aviator and crash game craze over there, slots, and I wouldn't say I can identify any trend in affiliate towards that's from the people.
So, Martin, let me quickly go to you. Let me ask you from your experience. Have you seen any of that movement? Have you identified anything as an opportunity in that affiliate space? Is it growing towards it?
Cameron, it's a really interesting thing here. So I look at the initial question, the new affiliate craze, esports and live dealer, and I fundamentally reject the proposition. All right, so I don't think it's that. Now, I don't think, I'm not saying esports is bad. I'm not saying esports isn't growing in Africa. Esports, without a question of doubts, is growing in Africa. Certainly in the major territories, the Ghanas of the world, the Nigerias of the world, where our good colleague, Ms. Makori's just taken over as the chairman. There's beautiful things happening within the esports community. All right, but on the betting side, I disagree. All right. Every single operator I've worked with within Africa that has actually put on an esports has it as a secondary item, or a fair number of them have removed it. Now, no disrespect on that, but betting on esports, I think, is growing at a slower rate than esport itself. That's my opinion. And there are a number of reasons for this. There's integrity issues, as there are in tennis with the esport. You know it as well as I do. And speaking to Andre's point, and there's a man that's in 20 jurisdictions in Africa. They don't have esports on a single one of their sites. And there's a reason why. As he said, not a single affiliate asked him for that. And I think that's a fair point. I'm going to circle back to live dealer at the moment, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Apart from really South Africa, who cares? Okay, certainly not Africa. Yes, there is growth. There is steady growth in live dealer numbers. There's the roulette, the cards, etc. But it's slow and steady. It is not the almost vertical line that you're getting out of Crash and the simple games. And to be quite honest, and it's a question you may want to ask Andre there, but what are affiliates actually selling? I would postulate to you, and certainly in my markets, they're selling the Crash, they're selling the multi-leg actors, the influencers, the actual pure affiliates in the old school traditional sense. That is what they're selling. All right? I want people to be selling the esports. I want them to be selling the live deal. I would love a live dealer culture to grow in Africa in general. I'll make more money off it.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe, Kwesi, let me come to you. When we said that betting is not big in esports, you agreed. I would like to understand what those hurdles are from your perspective. What do you think would then encourage the activity that will grow both the betting numbers and the affiliate activity in esports?
Okay, so first we need to understand and appreciate the place of esports and iGaming.
Yeah.
Esports, the demography of esports are very young. And they appreciate playing themselves to win themselves. With that said, esports is a competitive sport or a participatory sport by individuals, played it by competitive professional teams as well. Though there is an amateur growth of the esports through that. Being, when we come to betting, is also towards a certain demography of old age. Right now, I would say that a lot of young people are not betting. So you won't find them there on the betting side. So it's true. Whatever you said was true about affiliate not getting, because I know, for instance, I was there when a certain betting company in Ghana did an introduction of esports on their platform. I was at the event. They used esports or gaming tournament as one of the attractions to bring them there, right? But they couldn't get a lot of people on there because these young people are not bettors. They are gamers. They just want to play games by themselves and win by themselves. Now, how do we get affiliates or iGaming industry to partner with them? It is true by doing social intervention projects or foundational projects where it is to create a brand visibility, right? To ride on these young ones. Because when you take the esports demography, in next 30 years, they are the money makers. They will have the purchasing power. Every kid, 14, 15 years, in 30 years from now, or in 20 years from now, will have the purchasing power. How do you build a brand loyalty to catch them young? It is that you will need these people in the near future. Many betting companies here, what strategy do they have for the future of youth and employment?
Crazy, if you don't mind, for my information, I'd like to drill with you on this a little bit. You said that the esports are for the youth, but now, from a global point of view, around the COVID time, and Katrina can testify for me, everybody that was pitching esports in COVID had mentioned of the demographics of the players of the Calls of Duty, Warcraft, etc. of the world. They were moving up into the 35 plus territories, and that becomes key casino gaming clients. So you mentioned the young base, and yes, I get there's a massive young base, but do you find in Africa that base is aging in as well? My view at COVID time, which wasn't so long ago, we're probably 6-7 years away from those people becoming the hardcore gamblers. I'm still probably 3 years away from you reaching your full potential in my mind from where I was then. What's your opinion on that, and yours?
I think, Katrina, you can take it away for us for that.
Let me take this one. So, yes, it was very big in COVID, and I agree with you. The thing is that it was not professionally regulated and understood by many during COVID. It was just a hype. And now we are trying to understand, like, what is it? I'm actually like doing educational classes for some of the regulators in Africa, eSports 101. You understand? So regulators do not understand. If regulators do not understand, how can we get operators to do the bets, and how can we promote it? There is no understanding of it. We see this huge gap between the owners of the operator companies of the platforms and the need of this generation who wants to bet. These people, they are coming from different generations, Gen Zs. They like to bet as part of the community. For them, bets, it's them participating, supporting their peoples, their colleagues, their friends. They like to share it on TikTok, social media. They like to promote. So for them, betting is not just a way of like entertainment; is to be part of the community. So I think it's growing more and more. And there is Olympics coming 2027. African teams most probably will be there. Are you ready for that? Like, as an operator, are you ready for it?
So, Katrina, what we need to do is, in this discussion, we realize that the definition of affiliate is not traditional affiliate. What we've seen is that the growth might be in visibility, different channels, new channels, that
Exactly.
that we haven't had as in traditional affiliate markets as of yet.
Definitely.
So maybe Andre, I can ask you, and just having a look at the platform and your type of acquisition you to do, the growth from being a completely new channel, and how are you getting that on board, and what does it take to grow a channel like that?
You're talking about the esports
Yeah.
as a channel. Well, first I need to see traffic
I'm very
sources for
sorry,
that.
esports and live dealer, because I think it's two separate things.
Channels,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's completely different discussion. So on the esports, for me, I need to see potential traffic sources that can supply me the players that will eventually bet. And currently, we don't have many, if any, in our regions at least. So it should start from there.
Okay. And Mart, we speak to you now on eyeballs, the new generation eyeballs, where they come from and how they continue into to a platform, an affiliate platform. How do you see the likes of TikTok, the 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 sponsored banners, the ability to share the events? How does that affect?
So sharing the events and all of that is the same as traditional. We work with the tags. We we attribute the traffic. The question there is that what they need to be promoting? Is that what they want to be promoting right now? I would postulate to you any affiliate in Africa on the casino side of it that is advertising anything other than Aviator and the like, the Aviatrixes, the Skywards, etc., is wasting their time. That and whether you're an influencer, whether you're a traditional web affiliate, whatever it is, I would absolutely believe without that, you're wasting your time. That's where the money is. That's where the market is.
And then we talk about the future outlook. We talk about what it'll look like. Maybe we understand what it looks like now, but I would want to know from the panelists as we close up and wrap up what you see the future is in the next, say, 2 to 3 years for this channel. Shall we start with Martin? We
So
go down?
I'll start with that one. Okay, so future, I see Evolution launching live lotto in Nigeria. Now, there's a live game that's African focused that actually appeals to me. That is one that's market specific. That's one that's got a thing, and I'm expecting the same out of Pragmatic, and I'm expecting the same out of the rest. Okay, from an esports point of view, I believe as your market ages and they become the core casino demographic, your business is going to get better. Me, I'm still 3 years out on that one. That's my opinion. All right? But esports is growing in Africa. I don't deny that for 1 second. Okay, the question is the betting market going to come up with it?
Will?
Well, I think that the future looks bright. There's a lot of engagement and development coming into the space. Technology is also driving it, and I believe also that there's more local investment that needs to go in there. I always say that if you don't, you cannot reap or you cannot profit from where you have not developed. You cannot take from where you haven't really pushed a lot of investment into. So if any other affiliate or operators are working and want to get into the esports space, they will need to find the correct interface or the sweet spot to make it happen for them, for their business. There's always an alternative plug-in, how to plug in into the esports space, whether it's into the branding or media production or any levels of engagement within the community, the players or professional teams. That is a way, and I believe that it will work out for them.
And then, Katrina, maybe you could finish off and explaining also the integrity of data in esports.
Yes, definitely. So, integrity of the data has to be considered throughout the whole processes from the game itself, right? Like the servers, you have to have the proper data. You have to have proper suppliers of the data, licensed suppliers, right? So, like games are played on the servers. All this data is there, and you as the operator have to have access to that data and timely as well, because people in the stadium can see something and there might be delay for the operators to have this data with them. So it's very important to have everything on time, second by second. You cannot have slight delays for that, because then you can have issues with the bats itself. That's one. And two, I want to speak about the player's age at the moment, because there are some countries that can actually penalize you and can give you issues if you are publishing some markets that are with some players which are underage. So this is very important issue to raise and have right platforms and right expertise from the people that offer players' age solutions.
Great point. I agree. Andre?
Yeah, so on the esports side, I think in the future is bright. Once the generation of these young kids that are now 14, 15 reaches the legal age, and it will to a critical mass where it will become a sort of a mass product, it will obviously be, but we're not there yet. And in regards to the live casino, I think there are like two fundamental difficulties we see in our markets.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily talking about the big three, the Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. The other African regions, they have a data problem. I mean, there's a mobile internet that is expensive. And you know that live casino games are very data consuming, and that's one of the reasons why people choose light games and light version of that. I mean, look at any successful sports betting product in our regions. It's so light. So it's a data matter. So and we have a really good case here of India, for example, where live casino is really important, and they have a full coverage of 5G across the country, and it gave live casino a really big push. So that's a fundamental thing the region needs to overcome. And the second is education of players, because live casino, you don't just randomly go and play blackjack. You need to have some sort of understanding. You have to be in the casino at least once in your life, So it's also part of, culturally probably not there yet in many regions. So once we get to these 2 points solved, I think the future is really bright.
And I'm telling you, 20 minutes has gone so quickly, and it's obvious that there's so much work to be done, so many opportunities identified, so many aspects to this that could lead to a phenomenal growth area. So I hope this has been a little bit of an insight to the audience, and maybe a conversation that you need to have with the panelists that's currently on stage. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.